Hello and welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. Today we're finishing the install of our air conditioner in our Apache pop-up camper. Okay guys, here's our pretty new air conditioner. Now, oh that's cool, the way that adjusts. Awesome. So that would be over and up. This is the part where you're kind of on your own a little bit, because you know how big you cut this hole and how you mount this thing in the plywood. I guess that's specific to each model, so you're going to kind of have to follow the instructions on your model. But you know, I've got these brackets here. I think these should go right up against the wood, and then on the top, there are actually holes here, and there's a retaining bracket that actually has some weather stripping already on it. If I can get it out of the package, I'll show you. But it mounts up here. Can you see that? Yeah, it mounts up here. I'm not sure which side I'm not sure if it goes this way or this way, but it's just got one screw hole here. So I think what I might do is I might just drill a hole in the wood. If it goes this way, I might just drill a hole in the wood, and I bet it doesn't, because you probably don't want these screw holes on the outside. So I'd say it probably goes like this. I would just about guarantee it goes like that. Well, either way, we're gonna have to figure it out. But for now, what's important is I need to take measurements and, you know, see how tall and how wide this thing is, so I can figure out where we're going to put it. It looks like it's exactly 12 inches tall, and looks like about 18 5/8 wide. So let's go figure this out. Okay, so here's the deal. I like to do stuff that not only makes things easier, but also makes my wife think, oh wow, my husband's really smart. Look at what he came up with. He's a really cool, smart guy. She's smiling. Oh, mister. She's evasive in her native habitat. It's hard to spot her. But anyway, so what I did is I took a piece of cardboard out of the bottom of the box that this thing came in and measured it out. And it's precisely the same dimensions as the air conditioner now. Now it hangs out a little bit on either side, and I'm going to explain that in just a minute. I said I was going to explain it, didn't I? No. The deal is there's these little brackets on the side that I think that accordion panel are meant to clip to. We're going to try not to use that, but you know, I left this sticking out. So my measurements ended up being exactly 12 inches tall and exactly 19 inches wide when I take into consideration these little tabs here that stick out on the side. So now we can take this piece of cardboard, go in there, figure out where we want it, and mark it off on the wood. Since the wifey's in there cooking pizza right now, I don't have to worry about her dodging the camera, so I can set it a little further back. So this is our air conditioner. And I know I originally said I wanted to put it in such a place that we got rid of this knot hole right here. So if I put the edge of the air conditioner down here, I think that'll be good right there. I mean, that's pretty high, but that gets us a lot of wood up top and a lot of wood down bottom. Wow, I am tripping on how this fit like perfectly in here on my first try. I'm not trying to brag, guys, but like I said earlier, I'm not a carpenter, so when something actually goes right like that, I get real giddy and happy about it. So I think that'll be good if we put it about right here. I mean, that shouldn't have any problem whatsoever circulating air. Let's now, I know some of you guys that are carpenters right now, you're probably saying, why don't you just set a level on it? Well, I'm not setting a level on it because, to be honest, I haven't fully leveled this yet. So I don't know if this is level or not. So we got 6 1/8, and we got 6 1/8. Wow, I eyeballed that one pretty good, guys. And then from the side, we got exactly 4 1/2. You guys are not going to believe this crap. Like, I nailed that. That's exactly where it needs to be. I'm not believing I just hit that perfect on my first try. Alright, so there's nobody here to help me hold this. Okay, well, oh, here comes the wifey. That means the camera's got to shut off, guys, because I got to get her over here. I don't know why you won't get on camera.
Can we holler for Scarlet?
I'm sure they heard that gulp, though.
Thirsty.
Okay, guys, this is where it gets ridiculous. I've got to try to do some super cool carpenter stuff. You know, some stuff that my stepdad used to do like every freaking day, over and over again. I'm going to try to dig the saw down into the wood. So, let's get our left-handed saw. I'll be making my wife use this thing because she's left-handed. She might have more luck than me. So, we're just going to try to go straight, I guess straight down into this, and then go forward and back and pray that this works out right. Here we go. Wow. Somebody should have warned me that I needed hearing protection or something. Oh, warning. Wear eye and hearing protection before use. To reduce the risk of injury to persons, keep hands away from blade. Keep your body to the side of the blade. Alright, well, maybe I should read the warnings, huh? Ready, baby? Well, I just realized that I was bumping up against my clamp there, so I couldn't quite go to the corner, but something I was just thinking about while I was cutting is, you know, being a circular blade, it's not going to cut all the way to the corners anyway. So what I'm going to have to do is, after I make these big cuts, I've got a jigsaw, and I'll go back and just hit the corners, and then this piece ought to fall out. I don't think you guys need to watch me make the other two cuts, so let's save some time on this video and go ahead and shut this off. My jigsaw, I actually, you know, I told you all my carpenter stuff that I have belonged to my father. Well, I did have my own jigsaw that my stepfather bought me when I was a teenager, and I was all into the whole bass in my car stuff, and I wanted to build my own speaker boxes and things, and my stepdad bought me a jigsaw. Well, this is not it. That jigsaw is buried. I've got boxes. Me and the missus have been married for, well, a lot of years, but I've still got, she's peeking out the quarter at me, not giving me the eye. I actually still have a lot of my stuff that I never unpacked in a shed, and my jigsaw is in that stuff. But you know, stuff that I just never used, so I didn't see it was necessary to unpack it in the new house years ago. So it's literally been out there like years and years and years. But anyway, what I do have is my father's jigsaw, so we'll just use that. If it works, this will be the first time I've seen it work, so we just need to use that to finish the cuts from the circular side. Looks like it might not work. Well, guys, looks like we're gonna have to go dig my jigsaw out. Nope, there it went. I don't know what that was all about, but it's working now, so we're going to complete our cuts here. And then this middle should fall right out. Yeah, you see it's already falling. So. And one more corner. Go. So I'm here at Walmart. This is actually the kind of latch I was looking at, these surface mount slide latches, but the problem is it's going to be going up and down, and I'm afraid with the vibration from the air conditioner that, you know, this might kind of work its way down. So what I'm leaning more towards is 4 of these. I won't be installing this part because I'm trying not to attach anything to, you know, the camper itself. I'll just be installing the bolt part for these. And this way, you know, since they're going to be in this position and not in a sideways position, this way, you know, I can go over, bring it up, and push it over, and that'll lock it into place, so I won't have to worry about it vibrating down. So I think that's what we're going to do. And do they have enough? Yeah. We got I got 5 of them here. We need 4, so that works out perfect. $1.97 a piece, so $8 for 4 of these. We're back home, and I was thinking on the way home I might need to clarify something. Some of you people may be thinking right now, you know, why did he get these little dinky latches? You know, I thought this was to hold this in here, and air conditioners are heavy. Well, here's the story with that. Okay, these latches, I'm not putting these on here to hold this in, because the way this is designed, okay, you see how it's behind this lip, or it's up in here? Well, there is a lip on the outside. See, watch this. Watch when I push on it. Okay, it's behind a lip on the outside of the window. When the air conditioner unit's in here, it's going to be trying to fall backwards that way. So the fact that it's got this lip on the bottom keeping it from coming in, and it's got, well, it's actually got a lip on the top keeping it from coming in too, but more importantly, it's got a lip on the outside of the top to keep it from falling back. So technically I could throw this in here. I want to show you this too, guys. Like, you see this small gap, but you just pull your window over well, and pull it over a little bit. But anyway, it's not much of a gap. It looks horrible on camera, but it's really not. There'll be weather stripping anyway, so pay no attention to that. I'm getting off topic. Anyway, my point is, I can put this air conditioner in here right now, and technically, this shouldn't fall out. The only reason I'm putting these latches on here is in case, like, you know, if we're preparing something on the counter and you hit the bottom. If you hit the bottom, it's gonna pop out and then the whole thing falls. So that's the purpose of these, are not to actually bear any weight. They're just a safety precaution to keep you from either pushing on the bottom and knocking it out, or if, I don't know what would happen, you know, like a break-in scenario, somebody tries to lift the air conditioner up, you know, to pull it out, that would also cause the board to come out because there's no lip on the bottom. All right, so there's no need to pay the extra money and get the larger bolts, because all these are going to be doing, like I just said, is they're just there for safety, just to keep, you know, to keep the bottom from getting pushed out and it falling over. And honestly, I don't even really need them on the top. I really don't. I don't know why I'm even putting them on the top. I mean, because all I really need is the bottom ones to keep the bottom from coming out. But I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the top too, just as an extra level of safety, because, you know, there will be some stress on this lip that's on the outside, because it's going to be essentially bearing the weight of the air conditioner, that lip. And who knows what could happen, you know, this thing could be slightly unlevel, and it could be right at the edge of the lip, and the lip could bend or something. So this way we don't have to worry about it. We'll have two latches going up here and here, and then same on the bottom. So I'm gonna get started on that. Yeah, like, see guys, I just pushed on it, it went nowhere. It just went out far enough to hit that lip. Where do I want the edge of these to be? I'm gonna go with 2 inches. Yeah. So do the outside edge 2 inches in. Haley,
Howdy.
you want to do me a favor?
Yeah.
Would you go into the garage and get me, you know what? You probably don't know where my Sharpies are. Do you know where a Sharpie is?
I'll look for one.
Thank you, honey. That's what having kids is for, guys. Just to save some time, while I'm drilling this, I'll talk about what we're doing next. I showed you the air conditioner that we're putting in here. I showed you that earlier. Well, we've got a little issue, because my plan was to be able to just pop the air conditioner in here, like every time we go camping. What I wanted to be able to do is every time we go camping, just basically set this board in here, close these latches, and then you know, set the air conditioner in here. And I thought that that's what I was going to be able to do. I thought that, like I said, that's a little crooked. Let's see if this works though. No. Well, I messed that one up, guys. I messed that one up good. It went up. I really messed that one up. So now I can't use those same holes. Alright. What we're going to do is move it over just a hair, and I'll do the same thing on the other one so they're even, because I'm a little OCD and it'll drive me nuts if they're not even. Alright, so we actually need these to be, well, I could just drop it down a little. Yeah. About like that, maybe. Do I still have plenty of, oh yeah, there's plenty left to engage. Okay. Anyway, what I was going to say is, let's not mess this up again. Just in the middle. I was wanting to be able to like set the air conditioner in, plump, but what I didn't think about is there's a bar that goes on the top of the air conditioner, and I am not 100% certain that that bar is going to allow me to do that. Alright, we're going to check this now. So it's all the way in. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Look at that, guys. That's awesome. If that, with that bar on top of the air conditioner, I don't think it's going to clear to let me put it in, but once I get all these latches on, we're going to find out. So anyway, I think you guys get the gist of what I'm doing here. See, there's our latches. We're going to have one up, two up, and then down here at the bottom, you know, we'll have two going down. Oh, that's why I was marking them. I remember now because I can't get a drill back there. I could if I flip the counter over, but I don't want to. So I'll mark those. Then I'll pull the board back out to attach those. That's why I was marking the holes. I remember. But anyway, I don't guess you guys got to see this. You saw me do one. I still got one screw to put in, but you kind of see what's going on here. So I'm going to shut the camera off to not make this video just tremendously long. I already had to split this into a two-part series because, you know, my videos are too long because I tend to ramble on like I'm doing right now. So see you in a second. Here it is with all the latches on. You guys can see that. My tripod's hitting back here. But yeah, see, there's our bottom latches. And up there's our top latches. So now whenever we want to put this in, we just make sure the top latches are in the down position, bottom latches are in the up position. You just put it up behind this lip here and push it in. Then you come inside, set all your latches. This one's a little snug over here. Oh, because the window wasn't letting it come in. There we go. Now it's in. And boom. It's going no freaking where. Where are you going? No freaking where. What you're looking at right now is the part that's going to screw me up. And that would be this part. When I cut this, when I cut the opening for the air conditioner, I did not take into account this part sticking up. I had a brain fart, and you know, I didn't think about this bar being on here, and this is not going to clear our hole. So, you know, basically what happens is when you put this in a window, like, you know, it's designed for, you know, you put the window, or you set the air conditioner unit in the window, and then you shut the window behind this, and that's what keeps it from falling out. We don't have a window, and there's no way I'm going to be able to just like tilt this into the hole and come back, because the hole is perfectly cut for the air conditioner. So what I'm going to end up having to do is cut the hole a little larger in the wood, and then you know, to clear this when I push it in from the outside, and then probably have like a piece of steel or something of that nature to slide down, that's longer, to slide down behind it. So installing the air conditioner whenever we go camping is going to be a two-man operation. You're going to have one person that's going to have to be on the outside you know, setting the air conditioner in, and then there'll have to be somebody on the inside to, you know, to slide the piece of metal down behind it. But that's all good. We'll figure it out here in just a minute. Apparently, I did not cut the hole out quite large enough. You know that old saying, measure twice, cut once? Well, I measured about 4 times, and I've cut about 3 times now. And before I heave that air conditioner out there again, we're going to take another measurement. And it's kind of iffy on that side. Remember what I said about not being able to cut a straight line with a circular saw? Well, I didn't use my little clamp trick this time. So that line at the top kind of goes, but hopefully it'll work. Okay, try number 2. Cord.
Yep.
Oh, wow, that's heavy. It's not, but it's above your head. Oh, hold on. All right, you got that piece of metal in there?
No. Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Air conditioner's in. See what the temperature is right now, guys. According to Siri, who is usually full of crap, but we're going to go with that, it is 79 degrees outside right now. I'm standing like back behind the I'm standing by the front door, and I can feel the cold air from that air conditioner hitting me all the way over here. That little sucker's putting out some cooling. I really want to test it on a 90 degree, like a 90 degree day or something. But being that it is 79 degrees outside, and now keep in mind I've got a little bit of sweat on me, not much, but I'm kind of cold right now, guys. I was sitting right there for about 2 minutes, and I was freezing. And, my wife was sitting all the way down here, and she actually got cold. So, you know, I'm standing behind the camera, so I'm over here in, you know, like where the table would normally be, in, you know, the little, I don't know what you would call this area, but, you know, your table area over here. And it's cooling off in here quick. I've only had this thing running maybe 15-20 minutes, and the door has been open several times because my daughter keeps, you know, she's come in and went out. My wife came in and went out. I don't know if this thing is going to cool it in here on like a 100-degree day. I don't think it would make it ice cold, but I think it's going to make it very tolerable. And I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to make it more than comfortable to sleep in at night. Because, I mean, I live in Tennessee, guys, and most of the places where we're going to be going, it's going to be up in the mountains, so the temperature is going to be a little lower than it is, you know, in flatlands anyway. But, you know, it never gets up to 80 degrees at night, almost, you know, never in the mountains. So it's 80 degrees almost right here, and this thing is cooling down fast, guys. I'm really happy with this. This thing's actually pretty quiet too. I don't know if you guys can even hear it, but the compressor's on right now and everything, and it's really quiet. But I mean, as far as this goes, like up here, you know, I've got my square in here holding it, but I'm just going to get a piece of metal, you know, to put there. Or actually, that's an old square. I've got like 4 of them, so I may just cut the end off of it. Or heck, I might not even cut the end off of it. I might just like slide it over. There we go. Look, now that side. Then I could slide the air conditioner all the way over, slide that over, and it kind of seals it. See that? Now, there is weather strip, you know, that spongy material, and I will be putting that on the air conditioner, but I'm not putting, or I may actually just attach it to the board, but I'm not putting it on there right now because, you know, the problem we have is the air conditioner is leaning in the wrong direction. It's leaning out, and I'm not going to do like a video on, you know, the process I'm going to go through to correct that, because you know, this is just the air conditioner I'm using, guys. So the air conditioners you're using, you might not have this problem, or they may have adjustable brackets. I'm overlooking the simplest solution to this problem. I didn't even realize it until just now what an idiot I am. So more than likely what I'm going to end up doing is taking this bracket off, the one that I said one of the screws stripped out already, and probably just moving it forward an inch and drilling new holes. And I think that's got my problem solved right there, because if I do that, then it's going to tilt it back out, or at least make it level. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Wow, it is really cold over here. I'm not exaggerating, guys. This little, it's a in case you didn't watch the first video, I don't know why you wouldn't if you got this far, but in case you didn't, this is a 6,000 BTU Frigidaire, and this little sucker is pumping out. I mean, that is ice cold air. Of course, I do have it set on 60, and it does have, it's got like an economy mode, a fan only mode, which the fan only mode will be great for, like, you know, we probably won't cook in here much, but we're gonna get a Coleman stove. I used to have one. I just don't know what happened to it. But anyway, it's got a timer, so you can make it go on and off at certain times a day. You know, sleep mode. It's got a filter warning, tells you when you need to clean your filter or change it. I don't know, I haven't read that much on it yet. Adjustable thermostat. You can set, like, I've just got it on high because I'm trying to cool it down in here, but then I will click it over to auto and you know, probably set the temperature around 67, 69 degrees or something, you know. But yeah, so far I'm really impressed with this thing. But anyway, that's about it, guys, because the only thing I really have left to do here is I'm going to paint this board white on the inside and the outside, or you know, we might do something decorative with it. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to show you guys. Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick little shot of the outside. So here's the outside, and I'm gonna most likely put a little weather stripping on the outside of this board, just going around the edges. I'm not really worried about the top, not really worried about the bottom. I'm just worried about the sides. And there's not much of a gap there, but you know, no gap is better than a gap. So, but if you look here, you can tell how the air conditioner is tilted that way. It should be slightly tilted this way, or worst case scenario level. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to move that bracket at the top forward and re-drill it. Or I like that it juts into the camper a little bit. So I might see if these brackets, I didn't look to see if they're bolted on. If these brackets are bolted on, then we're just going to move these back, because I'd rather move these back and have more of the air conditioner on the inside, because the further we push it out, the more the, you know, center of gravity is out here. So if we can move these back, we'll move them back. If not, we'll move this front bracket forward. But anyway, that's specific to this model. Yours may be different. So okay, guys, so we got our air conditioner installed in our camper, and we'll be moving on to the next project soon. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it helped some people out. If it did, please, give me the thumbs up button. Click the thumbs up button down there. And if you did like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. You'll get emails letting you know whenever a new video is out. And that's all for today. I'll see you next time on Bad Luck Garage.